Imagine looking in the mirror 90 days from now and not quite recognizing the person staring back. This isn't about physical transformation, although that may happen too. This is about something deeper, more profound. What if you could cultivate a mindset so resilient, so balanced, that no matter what life threw at you, you'd not only withstand it, but thrive? Stoicism, an ancient Greek and Roman philosophy, offers a powerful roadmap for personal transformation that is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic habits that, if practiced daily, could make you feel unshakable, calm, and fully in control. So get comfortable as we dive deep into the Stoic path to becoming an unrecognizable version of yourself, wiser, calmer, and infinitely more resilient. We often hear the phrase, change your mind, change your life, but rarely do we understand how to practically apply it. Stoicism doesn't just theorize about a balanced life, it gives us tools. The philosophers behind this mindset were some of the most influential figures in history. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. These thinkers lived through wars, personal tragedies, political betrayals, and still managed to rise above. They weren't perfect, but they were dedicated to the pursuit of wisdom, self-discipline, and resilience. Through daily habits, they conditioned themselves to face adversity without fear, regret, or despair. Today, we can do the same, even in our modern lives, where distractions are endless and challenges, though different, are just as demanding. The Stoic habits we're about to discuss will help you focus on what matters, let go of what doesn't, and ultimately transform your approach to life. Let's get into it. 10 powerful habits that, when practiced consistently over the next 90 days, will make you stronger, more grounded, and unrecognizably resilient. Now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Habit 1. Practice negative visualization. We start with a counterintuitive habit, one that might feel a bit morbid at first, but has been shown to build a deep, lasting appreciation for life. This is the practice of negative visualization, a technique where you spend a few minutes each day imagining the loss of something valuable. Now, that might sound unsettling, but it's one of the most powerful tools for cultivating gratitude and reducing anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, used this technique daily. He imagined the loss of his empire, his family, and even his own life. By doing so, he trained his mind to appreciate everything he had while simultaneously reducing his fear of losing it. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by fear or grief, he was able to focus on his duties as an emperor with clarity and acceptance. Negative visualization can work for you too. Spend a few moments each morning or evening reflecting on something you hold dear, a loved one, your health, or even your current job. Imagine what life would be like without it. Don't dwell on it too long. This isn't about inducing sadness, but rather helping you recognize the value of these things in your life. Once you finish visualizing, take a moment to feel grateful for their presence. You'll find that you start seeing the world through a different lens, one that highlights everything good in your life that you may have overlooked. This habit can also help you approach challenges more fearlessly. When you're accustomed to visualizing the loss of things you cherish, you become more adaptable, more resilient, and less likely to cling to things out of fear. For modern examples, let's look at Steve Jobs, who famously contemplated his own mortality to stay focused on what truly mattered. By reminding himself that he would one day die, he was able to filter out distractions and pursue meaningful projects without hesitation. In his words, Remembering that you're going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. By integrating negative visualization into your daily routine, you're training yourself to focus on what truly matters, helping you let go of unnecessary fears and encouraging a mindset of gratitude that grows with each passing day. Habit 2. Focus on what you can control. One of the most fundamental principles in Stoicism is the idea of control, or rather, understanding what we can control and what we cannot. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic philosopher, taught that while we cannot control external events, we can control our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. For him, this distinction was the key to inner peace. There is only one way to happiness, he said, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. In practice, this means taking a hard look at every situation you face and identifying what aspects are within your control. The more you focus on these aspects, the less energy you waste on things you cannot change. This leads to a clearer mind, reduced stress, and a profound sense of empowerment. Let's apply this to a modern scenario. Imagine you're in a work environment that is rife with politics and power struggles. Your colleagues may be difficult to work with, the office culture might feel toxic, and promotions might seem like a matter of luck rather than merit. By focusing on what you can control, your work ethic, your approach to conflict, and your professional development, you liberate yourself from the emotional turbulence that often accompanies these challenges. You begin to find peace in knowing that your efforts are the only factors that truly matter. Nelson Mandela, during his long imprisonment, embodied this principle. While he had no control over his imprisonment or the treatment he received, he focused on his inner strength, nurturing a sense of purpose and resilience that eventually helped him bring about monumental change. This habit of focusing on what you can control applies in relationships, career, health, and almost every area of life. When we stop trying to control everything and start focusing on our own actions, we discover a deeper level of inner peace. By practicing this habit for 90 days, you'll start to notice a shift. Instead of feeling frustrated or stressed by external factors, you'll find strength in your ability to control your response. Over time, this mindset not only helps you handle challenges, but also makes you a calmer, more grounded individual. Nunri Tat. Habit 3. Voluntary discomfort. Comfort is a double-edged sword. While it feels good in the moment, too much of it can lead to complacency, making us weak and unprepared for the inevitable challenges of life. The Stoics understood this well, which is why they regularly practiced voluntary discomfort. Seneca, a wealthy Roman philosopher and statesman, would periodically live as though he were poor, wearing simple clothes and eating basic foods. He did this to remind himself that he could endure hardship and that his happiness wasn't tied to luxury. By choosing discomfort, he made himself stronger and more resilient, mentally preparing for any potential hardships. In today's world, voluntary discomfort can be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or opting for a challenging workout. David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL turned motivational speaker, embodies this principle in modern times. Known for his relentless physical challenges, Goggins deliberately puts himself through grueling experiences to push his mental and physical limits. He understands that when you regularly embrace discomfort, you expand your comfort zone and build an unbreakable will. The benefit of this habit is that it builds resilience. When you face discomfort on your own terms, you start to realize that you're stronger than you think. Life's challenges become less intimidating because you've trained yourself to handle them. Over the course of 90 days, practicing voluntary discomfort can transform the way you approach adversity. You'll notice that tasks that once seemed difficult are now manageable. You'll be more willing to take risks, try new things, and face challenges head-on, knowing that discomfort is temporary and that each moment of hardship brings with it an opportunity for growth. Habit 4. Mindfulness and Presence. In a world filled with constant distractions, learning to be present is a skill that has become increasingly rare and precious. The Stoics emphasized mindfulness, although they didn't call it that. They believed in being fully engaged in the present moment, accepting it for what it is, and focusing their attention on the task at hand. This habit helps reduce stress, enhances focus, and brings a deep sense of calm, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a clear mind and a grounded spirit. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." He saw each moment as an opportunity to live fully and meaningfully. In today's society, mindfulness is often associated with Eastern philosophies like Buddhism, which encourages a similar focus on the present. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master, taught that by being fully present, we can experience joy in the simplest of moments. He often spoke of washing the dishes to wash the dishes, meaning that by immersing yourself in the act, no matter how mundane, you can cultivate peace and appreciation for life as it unfolds. To incorporate this habit into your daily life, start by dedicating 5 to 10 minutes each day to practice mindfulness. Find a quiet space, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without judgment. Throughout the day, practice being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, whether it's working, eating, or talking to someone. Try to notice when your mind drifts to the past or future, and gently guide it back to the present. By consistently bringing yourself back to the moment, you'll discover that stress naturally diminishes and you begin to see life with a fresh perspective. Being present also means actively listening when others speak, fully immersing yourself in conversations without distraction. Eckhart Tolle, a modern spiritual teacher, has inspired millions with his teachings on the power of now. He explains that most of our suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can transcend this cycle of unnecessary mental distress. Over the course of 90 days, you'll find that practicing mindfulness brings clarity and a sense of peace, and it can make even the most ordinary moments feel meaningful. Habit 5. Journaling. Journaling is a timeless Stoic habit with transformative potential. For the Stoics, writing was a way to process thoughts, reflect on experiences, and evaluate actions. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is perhaps the most famous example of Stoic journaling, a collection of his reflections, personal notes, and philosophical insights. He used this habit to clarify his mind, remind himself of his values, and reinforce his commitment to Stoic principles. Journaling is more than just writing. It's a powerful way to engage in self-inquiry and cultivate self-awareness. In our fast-paced world, journaling can be an anchor. It gives you a quiet space to sort through your emotions, reflect on your day, and gain insight into your thoughts. As you write, you're not just documenting your life, but also processing it. Writing can reveal patterns in your thinking and behavior, helping you understand yourself on a deeper level. For instance, if you notice recurring frustrations or anxieties, you can explore their root causes and work on addressing them. You may also find that articulating your thoughts on paper makes them feel more manageable, giving you a sense of relief and perspective. Leonardo da Vinci, known for his artistic and scientific genius, kept extensive journals throughout his life. His journals were not only a place for sketches and ideas, but also a medium for self-reflection. He wrote about his goals, observations, and inner thoughts, using his journals as a tool to channel his creativity and refine his intellect. Journaling can be similarly transformative for you. Each day, spend a few minutes writing about your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. Reflect on the challenges you faced and how you responded. Consider what went well and what you'd like to improve, and jot down any ideas or insights that came to you. Over time, your journal becomes a record of your personal growth. You'll be able to look back and see how far you've come, which can be incredibly motivating. Additionally, journaling reinforces the other habits on this list. By reflecting on your experiences with mindfulness, voluntary discomfort, or focusing on what you can control, you're able to deepen your understanding of these practices and make them a lasting part of your life. After 90 days, you'll likely notice that journaling has not only helped you process your thoughts, but has also made you more intentional and reflective in your actions. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "better every day" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. Habit 6. Practice virtue. Stoicism teaches that the purpose of life is to live in accordance with nature, which means embodying the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. To the Stoics, these virtues were the foundation of a meaningful life, and they strive to cultivate them every day. Practicing virtue isn't just about moral righteousness, it's about embodying qualities that elevate your character, strengthen your resilience, and align you with your higher self. In other words, living virtuously is about striving to become the best version of yourself, not for recognition or reward, but because it's the right thing to do. Socrates, the renowned Greek philosopher, exemplified the pursuit of virtue in all he did. He believed that virtue was the highest good, and that living virtuously was essential to human flourishing. He saw courage as the ability to face fear, wisdom as the pursuit of truth, justice as treating others fairly, and temperance as the practice of self-control. By adhering to these virtues, Socrates set an example of how to live with integrity even when faced with challenges. Mahatma Gandhi, in more recent history, also dedicated his life to these principles. His unwavering commitment to non-violence, justice, and personal integrity demonstrated the profound impact of living a life guided by virtue. To incorporate this habit, start by reflecting on the 4 Stoic virtues. How can you integrate wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance into your daily life? Consider small actions that align with these principles. Wisdom might mean seeking knowledge or questioning assumptions, while courage could involve standing up for what you believe in or stepping outside your comfort zone. Practicing justice could be as simple as treating others with respect, fairness, and compassion, and temperance involves exercising self-control, whether it's resisting impulsive behaviors or maintaining balance in your life. As you practice these virtues consistently, they become part of your identity. You'll find that living virtuously doesn't just make you a better person, it also brings you a deep sense of fulfillment. By focusing on what's within your control, your actions, attitudes, and choices, you reinforce a sense of self-respect that remains unaffected by external circumstances. After 90 days, you may find that you've developed a stronger moral compass and you're more grounded in your values. This inner strength will not only help you face challenges with grace, but also inspire others to rise to their highest potential. Habit 7. Accept fate. Amor fati. Amor fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate, is one of the Stoics' most profound teachings. It's the idea that we should embrace all events in life, both good and bad, as necessary parts of our journey. Rather than resisting what happens to us, we learn to see everything, even adversity, as something to be appreciated and valued. The Stoics believed that by accepting fate, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Instead of wishing for life to be different, we embrace it as it is, trusting that each experience serves a purpose in our personal growth. Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher, expanded on this concept and saw amor fati as essential for a fulfilling life. He encouraged us to view every setback, every challenge, and every loss as something we should welcome and cherish. Thomas Edison also embodied this principle. After a fire destroyed his laboratory, rather than succumbing to despair, he famously remarked, "Thank goodness, all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh again." For Edison, the fire was an opportunity to rebuild, a chance to innovate anew, and this mindset of embracing fate fueled his relentless creativity. In practice, you can start incorporating amor fati by reframing your perspective on difficult situations. When something doesn't go as planned, instead of resisting it, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow because of this? By approaching life's challenges with curiosity and gratitude, you build resilience and open yourself up to growth. If you're facing a setback at work, see it as a chance to develop new skills or refine your approach. If a relationship ends, view it as an opportunity to reconnect with yourself or seek a more fulfilling connection in the future. Over the course of 90 days, you'll likely find that practicing amor fati brings a new sense of peace into your life. Challenges become less overwhelming, and you start to see adversity not as something to be feared, but as something that shapes you into a stronger, wiser person. This acceptance of fate doesn't mean you stop striving for improvement, but rather that you approach each experience with openness, ready to learn and grow. As you embrace life in its entirety, you'll discover a renewed sense of purpose and an inner calm that comes from aligning with the flow of existence. Habit 8. Limit materialism. In a world that often equates success with wealth and possessions, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. The Stoics believed that happiness and contentment come from within, not from external possessions. Diogenes, a Greek philosopher often associated with cynicism, lived this principle to the extreme. He owned next to nothing and saw material wealth as an unnecessary distraction from the true essence of life. By living with minimal possessions, Diogenes found a sense of freedom that couldn't be achieved through wealth. He saw himself as liberated from the expectations and limitations imposed by society, showing that happiness can thrive in simplicity. Limiting materialism isn't about renouncing all your possessions, but rather focusing on experiences over things. In today's terms, this could mean prioritizing experiences that bring joy and personal growth, such as spending time with loved ones, traveling, or learning a new skill. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest individuals, who famously lives modestly in the same house he bought in the 1950s. Despite his vast wealth, Buffett's lifestyle reflects his belief that materialism isn't the path to happiness. By focusing on what truly matters to him, he's able to live a fulfilled life, centered on his passions and relationships. To integrate this habit into your life, start by evaluating your current relationship with material possessions. Are you spending money on things that genuinely bring you happiness, or are they momentary distractions? Practice gratitude for what you have and aim to make intentional choices about what you bring into your life. This can be as simple as buying less or finding joy in what you already own. Try a no-spend challenge for a month, or dedicate yourself to using what you have before purchasing something new. You might also donate items you no longer need, giving yourself physical and mental space to focus on experiences over possessions. Over 90 days, you may find that by limiting materialism, you feel less attached to external markers of success and more aligned with a sense of inner satisfaction. This shift reduces the need for validation from things and makes it easier to focus on relationships, personal growth, and meaningful pursuits. Living with less allows you to feel lighter and more grounded, helping you appreciate the intangible wealth that life has to offer: relationships, purpose, and the freedom to pursue what truly matters. Motto T. Habit 9. Speak less, listen more. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is often found in silence, and there's great power in being a thoughtful listener. Epictetus emphasized that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This habit encourages you to embrace the art of listening, to understand before responding, and to choose your words carefully. By speaking less, you make space for other perspectives and show respect for the ideas and experiences of those around you. Speaking less also means that when you do speak, your words carry more weight and intention, as they are not diluted by unnecessary noise. In modern times, Abraham Lincoln is known for this approach. He was a man of few words, yet when he spoke, people listened. He carefully considered different perspectives before making decisions, often engaging in active listening to understand all sides of an issue. This habit not only improved his leadership, but also earned him respect and admiration. When you choose to speak less, you give yourself the opportunity to process information fully, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and with insight. To incorporate this habit, start by practicing active listening in your conversations. When someone speaks, give them your full attention. Avoid the urge to interrupt or think about what you're going to say next. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective. Reflect back what they've said, ask questions, and let them know you value their input. Additionally, try taking a brief pause before you respond. This can help you gather your thoughts and ensure that your response is intentional and constructive. Another aspect of this habit is embracing silence. Many of us feel uncomfortable with pauses in conversation, but silence can be a powerful tool for reflection and understanding. By allowing a pause, you give yourself and others a moment to consider what's been said, which can lead to deeper insights. In meetings or group discussions, try to be the last person to speak. This allows you to absorb the perspectives of others and gives you the advantage of speaking from a well-informed position. Over the course of 90 days, you'll likely find that this habit enhances your relationships as people feel heard and respected in your presence. You'll also gain a sense of clarity and calm, as listening more and speaking less enables you to approach conversations with mindfulness and depth. Habit 10. Daily reflection. The final habit on this list, and one of the most powerful, is daily reflection. The Stoics saw reflection as an essential part of self-improvement, a moment to pause and evaluate the day's events with honesty and humility. Seneca was known for ending each day by asking himself what he had done well, where he could improve, and what he could do differently tomorrow. This practice allowed him to refine his character continually and remain committed to his personal values. Reflection is a habit that allows you to learn from your experiences, recognize your progress, and make adjustments that align with your goals. Benjamin Franklin also used daily reflection as a cornerstone of his personal development. He created a chart of virtues and would reflect on his actions each evening, noting areas where he had succeeded or fallen short. This habit helped him develop self-discipline and make incremental changes that eventually shaped his legacy. By reflecting on your day, you're able to identify patterns in your behavior, learn from mistakes, and celebrate successes. This habit cultivates a sense of accountability as you are regularly checking in on your progress and holding yourself to a higher standard. To start this habit, set aside a few minutes each evening to review your day. You could keep a dedicated reflection journal where you note the day's events, any challenges you faced, and the lessons you learned. Ask yourself questions like, did I act in alignment with my values? Where did I let my emotions dictate my actions? Or what can I improve on tomorrow? By consistently reflecting on your actions, you create a feedback loop that enables you to grow each day. This practice also reinforces the other Stoic habits, as you can evaluate how well you applied principles like mindfulness, courage, and acceptance. After 90 days of daily reflection, you'll likely notice a deeper awareness of your strengths and areas for improvement. You'll become more intentional in your actions and more aligned with your values as each day builds upon the last. Reflection helps you take ownership of your growth, empowering you to create a life of purpose and integrity. By dedicating time to evaluate your progress, you're actively shaping your character and becoming a more mindful, grounded, and resilient individual. Conclusion. Congratulations on reaching the end of this journey. We've explored 10 Stoic habits that, when practiced consistently over the next 90 days, have the potential to transform you into a more resilient, grounded, and purposeful version of yourself. From the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus to modern thinkers like Steve Jobs and Warren Buffett, these habits have helped individuals navigate life's challenges with clarity, calm, and strength. Now, it's your turn to apply them and experience the power of Stoic transformation. Remember, these habits aren't just about changing who you are. They're about uncovering your true potential. They're tools to help you navigate life with grace, to face adversity with courage, and to live each day with intention. As you embark on this 90-day journey, take it one step at a time. Embrace the process, be patient with yourself, and trust that each day brings you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. If you're ready to start this journey, commit to these habits today. Begin with 1 or 2 and gradually incorporate the rest. Reflect on your progress, celebrate small victories, and remember that true transformation comes from consistent, mindful action. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these timeless Stoic teachings. And as you move forward, may you find the strength, wisdom, and courage to live a life of meaning, purpose, and inner peace. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.